In this video, we're going to provide you some pro tips on how to install an outside garage door handle for a Wayne Dalton 9100 model garage door. And we're going to do it POV style. Let's party. Okay, party people, so we are out here with this 9100 model door. And basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing this T-handle for the 9100 model garage door. This is actually for the Wayne Dalton door. So it's very important to understand that you have instructions here. What I would like for you to keep in mind is that this is just the guide, and there's certain parts that come with this in this bag. The most important part that I think that you need is going to be this piece right here, and this is going to be the universal lock style for the 9100 model garage door. Now, what is the 9100 model garage door? Let me show you. So this is the 9100 model garage door. This is the polyurethane foam compacted door that specifically Wayne Dalton makes. This is proprietary to the Wayne Dalton brand, and as you can tell, there are no center stiles to this garage door. Unlike the 8000 and many other different models that Wayne Dalton makes, they have these end stiles, but it's the center style that you want, like the one that you see right up there. You want that center style to be right here. So they provide you that center style so that way you can apply in the middle here. And what you're going to do is you're going to use this guide from the center style to make your holes on the outside and to be able to install the handle lock on this garage door. So now that you have all your pieces laid out, you know, you're going to want to go through the instructions, read them carefully. There is one point that I wanted to bring out that these instructions do say, and it says that the illustrations shown on this page are general representations of the door parts. Each specific door model may have unique variations, and that is true in this case because these lock bars that are shown in the diagram are very different than what you get here. So clearly they want you to keep that in mind as you're using their product. And so you have all your parts laid out. I would say the only thing that you're going to need probably is better screws for their style. So I'm going to come in with these tap screws. I'm going to go ahead and put this on so that way we can make sure that our plate is properly set. And even though they do provide you this piece, you won't necessarily need it. You could have used this piece for the 9100, but I'm more confident using this center style because it provides more rigidity to the 9100 Wayne Dalton garage door. Hey party people, Santiago from SOS Garage Door Service, and if you're getting any value so far out of this video, please hit that like button. It lets the robots over at YouTube know that this video is helpful for all your residential garage door needs. And at the same time, I'd like to plug in my disclaimer: the pro tips, techniques, and ideas in these videos should not be considered law or infallible. And the reason why I say that is because when you're installing a outside door handle to a 9100 model garage door, you want to apply the principle of measuring twice and cutting or making holes once. And the reason being for this particular door is because it was a 15-foot wide door. There was a variance or a discrepancy on where the T-handle was going to be installed on to the door. Therefore, I consulted the customer because we were going to put it in one of those portions of the door or on the section where it looks like it runs parallel to the center stile. But in fact, and in this case, because there were 7 squares, this short panel door to this 9100 model garage door, the customer preferred that we stayed symmetrical, and we ended up installing that handle in one of the center squares to the actual garage door. Now, I think it turned out a lot better going that way, but again, keep in mind that the principle that you want to apply here is being able to measure properly the width of your door to know exactly where you're going to put the back center stile to this T-handle or this key handle for the 9100 model door, and at the same time knowing where that handle will be properly positioned to look symmetrical to this particular garage door. Okay, so we've decided to move over the center stile right here. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to put the handle in the middle here. And that's just basically to ensure that the way our handle looks it's asymmetrical and we're lifting with equal distribution of the door. We still have our markers here, but long story short, what we want to do is we just want to keep things looking symmetrical. Long story short, and we can always put touch-up paint on these parts just so that way it looks kosher. Okay, so we've drilled basically our 3/8 hole from the inside out, and that gives us a good nice hole for our handle. We want to make sure that it's straight again, making sure that it's symmetrical. We'll make the 2 other holes up here just to make sure that it looks good. So again, we've made our 2 holes, or our 2 top holes. This is for our screws that are going to go in. We want to make sure that they're not too big right now. We're going to make the hole bigger on the outside to make sure that it's symmetrical with our handle. Now we have our handle in. We're keeping it as straight, as symmetrical as possible, making sure we're equal on both sides of the door. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to fasten it on the plate. Okay, so once we have our plate in, we want to make sure that we get our screws fastened to make sure that it is nice and secure. And not a lot of pressure. Just want to make sure that it's in. Be careful here. Don't want to put too much. Okay, we'll check on the other side. Okay, so you see we have it there. What we want to do is we'll continue to fasten it. Okay, so there we have the handle set up, and you know, we've got it as secure as possible. We wanted to make sure that it was symmetrical to the door. I think this makes more sense than having it over on this style. We supported it with the back style here. Let's take a look at that. So we have it secured here, and now we're going to put on the other pieces to this puzzle. So if we're following the instructions faithfully, we're now going to put the inside handle on, and it's very important to keep in mind that the inside handle is what's going to be able to slip on the cables. So what we want to do at this point is we kind of want to unlock the handle right now, so that way we can have a better maneuver of the inside. I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, so here we have it on our unlock position, and that's where I forgot to take that step, because you want to make sure that this is in the unlock and it's unlocked, so that way you can get those screws in. We'll put it in the lock position, so that way we'll make sure that it's symmetrical and straight. Okay, so now we have our handle inside on. It's in the unlock position. We're gonna go back out and put it in the lock position. Okay, so now at this point, it is important to know that you should be able to slip the cable all the way through. This is a single piece cable. You don't have 2 cables where you would lock here like some of the other outdoor handles. You're gonna have a cable that you're gonna slip through, and it's gonna make sense once we put the end brackets, so that way you turn. But you're gonna slip it through, and I think you're gonna feel tempted to put in some screws in here, but don't. This is made of plastic that could wear, and it could totally mess up the purpose of our door handle. Okay, so I placed here a guide. This is just basically the plate that it will lock into, so that way I can put the right lock in. Now if you notice, this lock is going to mimic the high lock there. So this will pull from the high end. It's going to pull out like so. We'll show you how. But what I want to keep it, and these are adjustable. There's no problem with that. These are adjustable. But it just helps me know, okay, where exactly am I going to tap this in? Okay, so as you can tell here, now we're putting this plate on the other side, this lock plate, and notice how it mimics the bottom there. And so in essence, it's just going to make it easier for it to turn and pull whenever you're unlocking it. Now all we need to do is lock these in. Okay, so we have our lock on. As you can tell, it's in the unlock mode. So let's go ahead and lock it. Okay, so now our handle is locked. We try and lift the door, we won't be able to lift it up. So at this point, what we need to do is we need to unlock it, and it is going to be so vital that when you unlock it, you take your keys with you, put them in your pocket. You're gonna lift, and then you'll get inside. So clearly, this is a special circumstance because he's built, you know, the structure right here. Now, say for example, you get locked from the inside, and you're like, what happened? You know, the door closes. Door closes on you there. Well, your inside lock should be able to turn a little bit for you to lift. Okay, so you should be okay. You should be okay if you're stuck on the inside. Of course, if it is locked, then this won't turn very much. So that's why it is vital that you have these keys with you. Vital. Now, in the event that you do get locked from the inside, you can always, especially if you have tools in here, you can always take these off. I'm not a huge fan of this style, but at the end of the day, it serves a purpose. Last but not least, you should be able to cut off the access cables. So I just like to take a little bit of the access and just, you know, slip it through. You know, that way I know, okay, you know what, got a little bit of access here if I need to, you know, pull on it a little bit, and you should be good.
So, if installing a key handle or a T-handle or any type of handle to a 9100 model garage door sounds like a party to you, then please check out the affiliate links below. There might be an option for you. In fact, the affiliate link that I'm going to provide is specifically for the handle, but I highly recommend, highly, that you find the back center style or the back style to apply this handle to a 9100 model garage door. If it happens to be an 8000 model garage door or any other garage door from the Wayne Dalton brand, you should be okay without it. At any event, please, if you're not sure what you're doing, hire a contractor, because that's what they're there for. That's going to be it for this one, party people. Now, if you haven't yet, please hit that like button. Hitting the like button really helps out this channel. In fact, check out this other video right here that can provide you more pro tips and tech reviews for all your residential garage door needs. I want to thank you for partying with me and watching this video, and as always, y'all stay safe.